Did you feel bored when you were sitting in the waiting area for long hours in the hospital only to see if your blood pressure was high or normal? Do you have a regular appointment to check your heart rate if it is normal or not, but during pandemic you feel afraid of turning your Al-Husn application in red color? And instead of using more than one wearable devices, the smartwatch will be able to collect all important data to your health and send it to your doctor instantly. The pandemic has created more awareness for SpO2 or saturation levels of oxygen in the blood than ever before. Remember those pulse oximeters that were attached to your finger? Have no longer be used if you just wear the smartwatch. It will capture for you in just a few minutes or even a few seconds. Since individual health is the priority upon everything in life, it is essential to make certain about the heart and organs' health by monitoring heart rate, blood pressure, and blood oxygenation level. It is essential to concentrate on heart health because the heart is an organ that pumps oxygenated blood into all parts of the body. The oxygenated blood keeps every single cell, organ, and system alive within the body. Using smartwatches has facilitated the doctors' and patients' lives. Patients can easily share their vital sign values with doctors. It gives the doctors an insight into a patient's health, and by it, doctors will provide the patients with valuable advice to make alterations to improve overall well-being. The development of the health applications on smartwatches play a significant role and is essential to measure the health data easily and more accurately to facilitate this real-time patient assessment and at-home regular health monitoring. We are 3 students from Khalifa University who are in the progress of designing an application for their senior design project, which is Watch My Heart. We have been started 3 months ago, and we have an extra 6 months to just complete the application, which is by next semester. What we are doing basically are evaluate health monitoring application on the available smartwatches that nowadays most people use it in their daily life, promote at-home health monitoring regulation after testing the reliability of those watches compared with gold standard and wearable devices, and finally differentiate between normal and abnormal conditions of vital signs using smartwatches.
To establish an easier way to monitor the health data at home to predict if there are health issues, we will propose a user-friendly in-service connected smartwatch recordings and users. When the individual measures any vital signs using a smartwatch, the results directly will be sent to the shared cloud where the doctor can check it from her or his PC. The doctor will receive a notification for each record. Moreover, it is cheaper and less expensive to visit the hospitals and get all this data. The proposed design of the standalone app will be for Windows. The app will be designed by using both MATLAB runtime and MATLAB built-in functions. However, the subject data such as ECG signal are required to be input, and the user will be able to select any kind of analysis to apply on the data. The app will include a user-friendly display of the analysis to reduce any computational conventions to non-technical users. Moreover, it will include tabs, each for a specific kind of vital sign analysis. Consequently, the user can save the data in several formats, as Math for researchers, Excel for medical user, and JPG to be saved as images. The size of the app will be roughly 5 MB only. Therefore, no huge memory demands are needed, and it can be installed in any normal PC, the application that will be built in 3 months.
Our project includes 2 stages that will be done over 2 semesters. First stage is collecting, analyzing data to reach to a conclusion. Then, in the next stage, building the final design. Our project is at its initial stage. In order to transfer our ideas into reality, some process and experiments should be done using all available smartwatches, Apple Series 6, 7, Samsung Active 2, Watch 4, and wearable devices such as Bettalino, we will record the vital signs. This experiment will be conducted on at least 100 voluntary participants from Khalifa University community and our families, at least 30 voluntary participants from a hospital in Abu Dhabi cooperated with Khalifa University, at least 20 COVID voluntary participants from our families only. The biomedical department at Khalifa University will provide us with clinical data that include measurements of vital signs recorded by gold standard devices used in the hospitals. We will compare the recorded vital signs of the smartwatches with the used wearable devices and with the provided clinical data. Also, we will compare the quality of the results between the old and the new model of each watch. Lastly, we will develop signal processing, data analysis, and artificial intelligence techniques in MATLAB to develop an application that integrates all those analysis techniques to establish a user-friendly interface, connected smartwatch recording, and users. Now let's talk about data acquisition. Until now, we collected 15 COVID samples and 30 healthy samples. This step is under processing. For the 30 healthy samples, we measured vital signs such as SpO2, heart rate, and blood pressure using Apple Series 7, 6, and Samsung Watch 4, along with ECG signal. Using Bettalino, which is a wearable device, PPG, breathing signal, ECG were taken. For the 15 COVID patients, we measured only the ECG signal 3 times for each participant using both newest smartwatches. We are waiting to receive the IRB approval to proceed with patients' sample next semester and to be able to use data collected from our families who got COVID. Now let's talk about processing data. For extracting useful information from a noisy ECG signal, it's need to process the raw ECG signal. Hence, we wrote our own codes for the pre-processing stage. The target of the codes was to remove the noise using different filters, such as high-pass filter, low-pass filter, and band-pass filter. Also, we did normalization and extracting for heart rate variability feature, such as frequency and non-linear matrix. Signal analysis was used to compare the quality of the devices and answer the question of do smartwatches give reliable measurements or not. Now let's talk about signal analysis. In signal analysis, we compared the detected PQRST complex, PR interval, RR interval, QT interval, QRS complex from participants recording with the standard normal range of the parameters that we obtained from academic articles. Furthermore, we compared the obtained SpO2, blood pressure, and heart rate values with the normal range. A table was created for each participant, for each device to make the analysis easier. After filling the table, we do a conclusion for each participant to compare the results between the devices. Almost we did this process for most of the samples that we collect. Here we can see the final signal that we obtain after several processing steps, such as filtering, wavelet removal, and normalization. And from the table, we can notice that this particular participant has normal diagnostic information when we compare the standard normal range with the obtained one.
It is essential in such a project to be precise and restricted on what to be delivered within a timeline. Currently, number of experiments were conducted weekly for participants are to optimize the needed data, and the data analysis step is under processing until we complete the analysis for all participants. Then we will do a final conclusion that compares the efficiency of the smartwatches to wearable devices. This will be done by showing the percentage of error, standard deviation, sensitivity, and p-value. To finalize our project, the number of participants will be reached 100 and more, followed by perform the final PC and phone application that measures the vital signs and connected with the doctor.
The intensive research that we are doing in order to reach a goal that facilitates the lives of patients and doctors. The smartwatch market is thriving as direct-to-consumer wearable devices and medical devices merge, creating the possibility of real-time monitoring of personal health metrics such as cardiovascular health metrics. Thank you for watching.